5 toxic habits secretly ruining your mental health. Look, we've all been there. You wake up feeling exhausted even though you slept for 8 hours. You're scrolling through social media, comparing yourself to everyone else, and you just feel inadequate. You're drowning in a sea of to-do lists, deadlines, and expectations. You might not even realize it, but these 5 everyday habits are slowly destroying your mental health. And the worst part, most people don't even know they're doing them. If you've been feeling drained, anxious, or stuck, this video is for you. Today, I'm going to break down these toxic habits that are holding you back from living your best life. And I'm going to give you the tools to kick them to the curb for good. Let's dive in. Let's talk about the first toxic habit that's eating away at your mental health. Constantly comparing yourself to others. We all do it. Social media makes it worse. You see everyone's highlight reel and feel inadequate. Remember, you are enough. Limit social media, unfollow negativity. Focus on your own journey. Celebrate your accomplishments. The second toxic habit is something I see all the time in my practice. Ignoring your emotions. Listen, we all have emotions. It's what makes us human. But so many of us have been conditioned to bottle up our feelings, to suppress them, to pretend they don't exist. We're taught to put on a brave face and power through. Well, I'm here to tell you that that's not healthy. Ignoring your emotions is like trying to hold a beach ball underwater. You might be able to keep it down for a while, but eventually it's gonna pop up with a force you weren't expecting. When you bottle up your emotions, they don't just disappear, they fester, they build up, and eventually they explode. This can manifest in a whole bunch of unhealthy ways. Anxiety, depression, anger issues, even physical health problems. So, what's the solution? You gotta learn to acknowledge and process your emotions in a healthy way. This means giving yourself permission to feel your feelings. If you're sad, let yourself cry. If you're angry, find a healthy outlet to express that anger. Don't judge your emotions. Just observe them without judgment. One of the most effective ways to process your emotions is to talk about them. Find a trusted friend, family member, therapist, whoever you feel comfortable with, and open up. Talking about your feelings helps you to understand them, to work through them, and to let them go. Chapter 3. The third toxic habit that's wreaking havoc on your mental health is overloading your mind. In today's fast-paced world, we're constantly bombarded with information, stimulation, and demands on our time. We're expected to do it all, and we're expected to do it all now, so we multitask. We try to cram more and more into our days. We're constantly on, constantly connected, constantly doing. But here's the thing, our brains aren't wired for this kind of constant stimulation. When we overload our minds, we end up feeling stressed, anxious, and overwhelmed. We burn out. We get sick. Think of your brain like a computer. If you keep too many programs running at the same time, your computer slows down. It starts to glitch. Eventually it crashes. Your brain is the same way. It needs downtime to function properly. It needs time to rest, to recharge, to process information. So how do you avoid overloading your mind? First, learn to say no. You don't have to say yes to everything and everyone. It's okay to set boundaries. Second, prioritize your tasks. What's truly important? What can wait? Focus on one thing at a time and give it your full attention. And finally, schedule in some downtime. This means taking breaks throughout the day to just disconnect and recharge. Chapter 4. Let's talk about the fourth toxic habit: negative self-talk. We all have that voice in our heads. You know the one I'm talking about? The one that tells you you're not good enough, not smart enough, not worthy of love or happiness. It's that constant stream of negative thoughts that can sabotage your confidence, your relationships, and your overall well-being. The problem is, most of us don't even realize we're doing it. We're so used to this negative self-talk that we don't even question it. We just accept it as truth. But here's the thing. It's not the truth. It's just a bunch of negative thoughts swirling around in your head. These negative thoughts are often rooted in our past experiences, our insecurities, and our fears. But just because we think these thoughts doesn't mean they're true. The good news is, you can change your thoughts. You can train your brain to be more positive and self-compassionate. The first step is to become aware of your negative self-talk. Start paying attention to the thoughts that pop into your head throughout the day. When you catch yourself being negative, don't judge yourself. Just observe the thought without judgment. Then challenge the thought. Ask yourself, is this thought really true? What evidence do I have to support this thought? Chapter 5. The final toxic habit that's secretly ruining your mental health is poor sleep habits. Look, I can't emphasize this enough. Sleep is crucial for your mental and physical health. When you're sleep deprived, your body and mind don't function properly. It's like trying to run a marathon on an empty stomach. You're not going to get very far. When you don't get enough sleep, you're more likely to experience a whole host of negative consequences. Increased stress, anxiety, irritability, difficulty concentrating, weakened immune system, and even an increased risk of serious health problems like heart disease and diabetes. So how do you improve your sleep habits? First, establish a regular sleep schedule. Go to bed and wake up at the same time every day, even on weekends. This will help regulate your body's natural sleep-wake cycle. Second, create a relaxing bedtime routine. This could include taking a warm bath, reading a book, or listening to calming music. The key is to wind down and signal to your body that it's time to sleep. Make sure your bedroom is dark, quiet, and cool. Avoid watching TV or using electronic devices in the hour leading up to bedtime. The blue light emitted from these devices can interfere with your body's production of melatonin, a hormone that regulates sleep. And finally, avoid caffeine and alcohol before bed. These substances can disrupt your sleep and prevent you from getting a restful night's sleep. Look, you deserve to live a life that is full of joy, purpose, and peace. And it all starts with taking care of your mental health. Now that you know these 5 toxic habits, which one do you struggle with the most? Let me know in the comments. Remember, you're not alone in this. We all struggle with these habits from time to time, but by becoming aware of these habits and taking steps to change them, you can take control of your mental health and start living your best life. If this video helped you, hit that like button. It really supports the channel. And don't forget to subscribe for weekly mental health tips to transform your life. See you in the next video.